What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. Before the video starts, just wanted to thank everybody. You guys have been saying some of the nicest things like ever in the comment section, so please know that I truly, truly do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I know it's a small channel now or whatever, but you guys, it's grown exponentially in just like the past month. So I just really appreciate everybody who's come along on the journey and, you know, the one we have going forward. I'm not really too worried about the numbers. I enjoy just hanging out, talking to the people in the comment section. I know I haven't been on Twitch in a month or whatever, so I'm sorry about that. The schedule's gotten busy with work, but I am trying to make these YouTube videos consistently. But, you know, at the end of the day, the comments I really enjoy. I'm thinking about doing a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast, but I just don't know how I would fit it in. So maybe I'll be able to swing in with somebody once I get popular enough. I think that would be super ideal. Cowboy for game. Invite me to your podcast. But anyways, guys, let's get into it today. It's going to be a pretty short video, very straightforward, and it's going to be in the title. Obviously, you guys already saw. It's whether or not Rainbow Neos is the missing link for the deck, for this Numeron Sky Striker deck. Excuse me, because you know it's very powerful for Numeron going first for Sky Striker because plays aren't very powerful going first without engage obviously. So. Rainbow News is 4,500 attack. Is it enough to go over it? You guys can take a look at the replays today, and we'll go from there. Coming up first is a mirror match, so we can just take a look at this for 1 second. So yeah, I mean, obviously, Zexal against... Sky Striker matchup is terrible, and you always have to play him on a beer. Assume everybody has it. Although I think people are going to be going away from it in the format because of this 3-summon Numeron thing. Funny enough. So that's just again, and here you go. I mean, this definitely adds so much to the play, and again, that's a scoop-worthy thing for this guy too, who doesn't have anything obviously to play from after this. The other word call, but I would have obviously finished the game from there. So that's a pretty decent matchup, especially going first because strikers always wanted to do that way. If you have to open up Widow Anchor or Infinite Impermanence, which I guess is the advantage of playing Sky Strikers. Let's see. Here's Tunes, and the deck does seem considerably more powerful. There is just one problem that I seem to fall into, and I think it'll be showcased here in this duel. So, I mean, Tune's doing Tune things. So, I mean, that's pretty daunting, like, attack-wise. If I don't do my play here, then I'm done for, right? But the thing is, you can do all your Sky Striker stuff, and then just summon Neos. And then shuffle. Boom. And that's a huge disadvantage for that to go through. Now, see, herein lies the problem. If you don't hard draw Neos Fusion, is that your Sky Striker cards aren't online, and obviously you can't summon afterwards. So I don't know. I'm very curious. You guys in the comments are very smart about these things, so we'll just keep going on. Here's Dragma, so I guess it's a pretty competitive matchup, or I think they call him Dogmatic or something. I saw that they were named in the TCG finally. You're able to bait out negates very easily because of the threat of Numeron, I think, which is really cool. And knowing he only has one of these left, I can chain that, which is very smart because he's going to put Scythe on the field, and I definitely don't want to stop myself. And knowing that everything is turned off now because that was the last trap card he can do for the turn, I can go ahead and set myself up for next turn. So his traps are just dead in the water now. And I feel pretty comfortable, that's an insane top deck, which is so annoying, but it doesn't matter. He just, like, shoots this Solemn, and I just don't know why. I don't know if he thought that was game-winning for him. And with the defense, it's plenty enough. I know he has that in the hand, but I also know, especially top decking that Afterburners, that I'll be just fine. And definitely, that trap hole is a big deal. And the thing is, with Pot of Avarice in this deck, especially if you start going for your Numeron stuff, is it's a pot of greed in the deck. You can throw 5 extra deck monsters in the graveyard, or at least mostly, like, so easily. And the Zeke effect, I think, is like very unknown. The fact that you can destroy, so, and then the advantage at this point is just becoming so massive that it's like almost unattainable to come back from. And he top decks a Ash Blossom, so that is certainly the power of the deck, without a doubt. Here's like an old version of Lightsworn, so if you're interested in that, in old format, just to see power creep stuff in general, I would say, like, here you go. So this is the threat, guys. This is a legitimate threat every single time. Going first, obviously, you have Zexal, but you know, going second is just, okay, let me OTK you if you don't have anything to stop my attack. Here's Monarchs. Again, I'm not showing anything too competitive. It's just, honestly, I think people are sick of competitive for the most part, if I'm being honest. I am a little bit too, and I guess I'm hypocritical by saying this because this is a non-competitive thing. So the idea is you attack first, activate Zexal one more time, which stops him, and then next turn you have enough for lethal. And if not lethal, very close. So yeah, that is another thing with this deck. It's like you're very close to the lethal barrier, but it's not always there, especially if you don't draw into a way to get Sky Striker Ray. But the thing is, I mean, you have so many hand traps in this deck, so it kind of helps it balance out. And then once you realize, obviously, he attacks that, it doesn't matter. He's done for anyways. And I guess, I don't know, but and these are just the last 2 duels. Like I said, a little short video. It's really just I want to get my opinion out there, or get your guys' opinion on this. I was working on another project, that's why there wasn't a video yesterday. But it didn't really work out. He didn't have, Nibiru, but that's not a big deal. Set rotation I use in over another copy of Pathfinder. The thing is, the only problem with set rotation obviously is you can't activate your own spell card, so you have to draw into your, or search for, what's it called? Golly gee willikers, huh? This bad boy, Jamming Waves, excuse me. So that's in the column. I go ahead and negate it. I actually want my hand because, especially a Pot of Avarice. And again, like I said, this is a Pot of Greed, which not a lot of decks can take advantage of, in my opinion. Sky Striker is such a unique deck. It's kind of insane. The way, like, the removal, the way it works. And so, yeah, I get rid of the set card, like my own. That way I can activate the effect. And I get, that's fine, get a Ray. The most important part, obviously, is Neos. And with Neos on the field, I can go ahead and make sure there's no more shenanigans in the battle phase. Set all 3 of those, and I'm good to go. But then again, like, all these cards are offline now, so it's not perfect. So he negates everything on the field, but I'm honestly not in a disadvantageous place. All I have to literally do is just, like, play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I can obviously tag out my Ray, take some more damage on the field, send, grab. I don't really know what the solution is. Maybe it's like access code talker at this point, but it's close. Last duel, it was a replay with this guy. We had a very fun duel, so honestly I'm showing this because I had such a good time with the guy dueling. Very chill night. I do, I actually am glad I do want to have some sort of tournament with you guys at some point. think that'd be really cool. And I would definitely do it on EDO Pro because I don't want anyone. I'm not judging, first of all, and I wouldn't expect you guys either to do that for Dueling Book. But we'll wait till we get somewhere closer. But today we hit 80 subs, so I know I thanked you guys at the beginning, but go ahead and thank you again. That was really awesome to see. And at this point, I have every Sky Striker thing imaginable. And I'm just gaining my advantage before going into Zeke. Probably could have... I mean, I guess it didn't really matter anyway, so... 3 forms of disruption at this point. It sucks to have your multi-roll go to the graveyard, but it is just the graveyard, so... And then the grind game obviously just goes to the advantage of, you know, Sky Strikers always. And I'm just trying to throw Graves, Spells of the Grave. I wasn't able to destroy the trap card. That was what I was going for anyways, but who cares? Didn't mean to negate my own effect. But, no, it doesn't matter. That's enough for a game anyways. It's actually exact lethal, so... Your lethal set up for basically turn 2, not turn 1, which I guess would be the most ideal. I try to look for Overload Fusion, but there is no generic Fusion machine monster, which is very unfortunate. It needs like Ancient Gears or Cyber Dragons, obviously. And I thought about adding Cyber Dragons, that's the thing. It is searchable very easily, but it's not as consistent, not nearly as consistent, and probably not as powerful as Rainbow Neos. But I was hoping to go into Chimera Attack to, you know, end the game through attack-wise, but I just don't think logistically it's possible. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is a really fun deck. I think it's really cool. I don't think it's competitive. I just think there is a small barrier. It's like a 1,500 point life barrier because this deck is very much... as much as Sky Strikers play the long game, this deck is not oriented that way. It's more of a control, let me destroy you, almost like a stun deck kind of thing. But I don't know. I think it's a bunch of fun. Yep, go ahead and comment, guys, and we'll have a discussion in the comment section. Hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day.